Hey guys, and welcome to another video. This is a different one than usual because I am going to be reacting to new Power Patron support that they decided to drop on my birthday. Thank you for the lovely birthday gift, Konami. I am super happy. I have already read these cards, so it's not going to be like a blind reaction, but I need to talk about these because they're unbelievable. They do so much. I had to get on here immediately and talk about them. So, first off, we're going to be starting with I believe it's the Theorealize Medius. Um, this card is always treated as a Power Patron card. It's a level 4 Dark Fairy. And if a Power Patron card is on the field, you can summon this from your hand, then you can add a Theorealize spell trap from your deck to your hand. If that was the only line of text on this card would still be broken. This card would still be unbelievable. It's an extender that also is a starter that also gets you a Theorealized spell trap. That's unbelievable. But it just gets better. As if a monster becomes banished face up, you can activate one of these effects. You can add an Ars Magna card from your deck to your hand, which we'll get into what those are in a second. But the other effect is banish this card if you do summon a Deactorous monster from your extra deck. So you get to just cheat out Archmage Deactorous, who is an Omni Negate. If all the line of text on this was just the summon a Deactorous and search a Theorealize on this thing, just the first and banish effect, this card would still be unbelievable and would probably make Power Patron like the best deck in the format once the set comes out. But we have like 6 more cards to go through. I just can't believe they printed a card like this. I also need to check. I think you can search this with the link to. Let me look it up real quick. Yeah, you can search this with the link too. So you can go, so this card can be extremely easily integrated into combos. You just make the link to, search this, summon this, search a Theorealize spell trap, go into Medius. It just goes crazy. And importantly, this is a Dark Fairy. So if you have this with Purification on board, that just gets you into any link monster, which is really stupid. This card is also is as Power Patron card, so any card in the scale will also let you summon this from hand. And spoiler, I believe, actually no, I don't think we get into Theorealize Spell Trap. I don't know what I'm talking about. But no, this card's unbelievable. This is one of the best cards I've ever read. Let's keep going. Next we have Ars Magna of Infinity and Finity. This card is a level 8 Earth Warrior. And you can banish this card from your hand as cost to add a non-warrior Ars Magna from your deck to your hand, and then the original attack of all Power Patron Link monsters you control will triple for the rest of the turn. Notably, we get a new Power Patron Link monster in this wave of support too that is big, so it will be a big guy. And then if a fusion and or link is special to your field while this card is banished, you can summon this card. And if you control a Power Patron Link monster, you can target a monster on the field and banish it. So this card is really strong. This is just a searcher from hand, so very little commitment there. It does banish itself for cost, so importantly, while you won't be able to, you'll be going -1 if they ash this, but also importantly, it summons itself back if it's banished. So it means that you also set it up no matter what your opponent wants to interact with you with, which is really interesting. And spoiler, we also get a card that turns this effect into a quick effect, and all of the Ars Magna monsters have effects like this. So if we end on that card that makes them all quick effects, yeah, this card gets really broken really fast. This card's really good. It's not crazy until you read like the rest of the Ars Magna monsters, but just a free search is really good. Next we have Ars Magna of Purification and Corruption. You banish this card from your hand as cost, add a Ars Magna spell trap from your deck to your hand, and then the first 3 times your Power Patron Link monster will be destroyed battle each turn. It is not destroyed, and that's until the end of the next turn. So they'll be able to survive 3 hits on your opponent's turn, which is what's important. And then if an Xyz or Link monster special summon while this card is banished, you can summon this card. Insert spell traps in the field up to the number of Power Patron Link monsters you control and banish them. This card's also really good. Importantly, if you want to get to an Ars Magna spell trap, you can get to it with this, and you can search this with the other Ars Magna monster that we just looked at. So you have currently 6 ways to get to spell traps, which is really, really good. This card's really strong. Pretty similar to the last one, not much to say. And then we have our last level 8 Ars Magna monster, which this one banishes itself from the hand to summon a non-spellcaster Ars Magna monster from grave or banishment, which banishment's really nice. And then your Power Patron links can make up to 3 attacks on monsters during each battle phase this turn. Really scary in combination with the triple attack effect in the other one. And if a synchro or linked to special summon of this card is banished, summon this. And then you can banish an Ars Magna card from your grave to draw a card. So this is really important for a few reasons. That effect drawing cards is good, and this deck already can draw cards, so being able to draw like 3 cards in engine with Power Patron is insane. But also, this card also allows you to banish a monster face up, so that will allow you to trigger your Theorealize Medius, which is really nice. So we have a way to trigger it on our turn, which is really important. This is also important for just putting various cards into the zone. As you can see, a lot of these cards do want to be banished. So that's also really nice. And the extender effect is interesting. I haven't figured out exactly how the combos work for this. I literally am recording this just after reading these cards for the first time. So this is literally my first impressions on all these cards. I don't know combos or anything yet. I will very much be getting a combo video out with these cards as soon as they're added to something I can record on. But this card is really good, just reading it. Again, I don't know, maybe you don't play this card just because I don't know how well it integrates into combos, but I have to imagine you would play this card to some extent. I'm just not entirely sure. This is definitely a one of if you do play it, though, I will say, for sure. After that, we've got the new Link 3. Look at my boy Medius. Look at what they got him in. That's crazy. I did not realize his name is Medicrius. That's hilarious. Okay. Anyway, he's a Link 3. He has the 3 pointing down zones, great for Link monsters, and he takes 2 or more monsters, including an extra deck monster. I'm just going to say that instead of all the things. And he gains effects based on the number of monsters he points to. So if you have 1, he can negate the effects of all monsters your opponent controls as possible, and if you do, have their attack until the end of the turn. Notably, that effect is a soft once per turn, so you can, if he leaves the field and then you bring him back and then he still points to monsters, which there is a way to do that, by the way, or if you make a second copy, you can do that effect again, which is really funny if nothing else. 2 or more, he's unaffected by your opponent's activated card effects, so he just becomes a towers. That's horrifying. And 3, once per opponent's turn, banish both this card and all cards your opponent controls. Yeah, man, for sure. Why does it do that? Oh my god. So basically, this card now allows you to end, even ignoring all of the other new Ars Magna stuff, this card allows you to end on a board wipe. Just super easily. You just make this on your end board, have it be pointing to 3 guys, and now you get to board wipe your opponent. But it gets better, because that also triggers the Theorealize Medius, which would allow you to summon the Archmage Diactorus. So if you weren't able to banish something on your turn, but you made this guy, guess what? Now you get to do it on your opponent's turn. So crazy. It also means if you want to access one of the other Diactorus monsters on your turn, or you want to use the Ars Magna search effect on your turn, you can also use this to trigger the Theorealize Medius on your turn, or on your opponent's turn as well. So, this card is really, really, really good. This card is really strong. Importantly as well, it's a 3,000 attack monster. So it is the monster we'll be taking advantage of for all of our Ars Magna buff effects, right? The triple attack, the 3 attacks, they can't be destroyed 3 times. I just noticed the repeating 3 motif just now. That's fun. But yes, the fact that it can attack for 9k on 3 monsters is crazy, and it's also going to be a towers that can't be destroyed by battle 3 times. This card is a monster. This card is an absolute menace, and I'm very happy to see it. After that, we've got maybe the most broken card here, Ars Magna Citrinitas. This card is always treated as an Archmage, Doomsday, and Elf Note card, which is horrifying. That means you can search it with Geprado's a big one. Geprado just gets you to this stuff. It also gets you to a myriad of other good cards. There's plenty of ways to search this card. You get it off of Groflair. You could get it off of you could get this off of Non-Finito. This card does so much. This card's crazy strong. You can activate the effects of monster you control with Ars Magna, and the original name is Quick Effects, while you control a Power Patron Link monster. So suddenly, all those effects of the monsters we just went over, guess what? They're quick effects now. So you can end on all of these Ars Magna monsters as end board pieces. This card will allow you to draw a total of 4 cards between you and your opponent's turn. This card will allow you to... actually, no, because this... What is the text on this again? No, it's all the effects. Every single effect. That also means you get to use these search effects as quick effects as well. Oh, no, sorry. It is you control. It's you control. So only their effects in field. My bad. This card will draw you cards in your opponent's turn, which that's the weakest one, by the way. Target spell traps in the field, and up to the number of power patron links, probably 1 to 2, which will banish them. So quick effect spell trap banish, and if you control power patron link, target a monster in the field, banish it, and quick effect banish. So you get a quick effect banish, quick effect spell trap banish, and another draw on your opponent's turn if you so choose, as long as this card's on the field. Oh my god. And don't worry, it's a starter as well. Once while face up on the field, add a Medius or Ars Magna monster from your deck to your hand. Oh my god. So the reason this card is so good is that this is a treated as an Archmage, Doomsday, and Elf Note card. It's also an Ars Magna card. This means this card does just everything you could ever possibly want. This card will now replace the Archmage Assault spell in Power Patron normally, right? Because that normally searches Medius the Pure, and you'd be playing it so you can set it off of Non-Finito. Non-Finito can now set this card, and this card does everything. It searches the new Medius, it searches old Medius, it searches any Ars Magna monster. This card's unbelievable. Not only that, it's searchable off of Gepredo. It's searchable off of... It's ad-backable with the with Ginoldo, right? But it's also an Ars Magna card, so you can search this off of the Ars Magna, I believe the Synchro one. You can search this off of Purification and Corruption, which means since you can search Purification and Corruption off of Infinity, you can search it off of that as well. So now you have 9 copies of this card. You're always going to see it. This card is a guarantee. Oh my god, I can't believe they printed a card like this, man. Like, you can't be printing cards like this. Also, it's an Archmage, Doomsday, and Elf Note card. So this also gives you the cards on field that you'd want if you want to play a past lull of Theorealize. This card's really good as just putting one of those names on the board always, which is really, really good. This card's crazy. All these cards are crazy. I can't believe they printed support this good for a deck that was already really strong. And then finally, we have Ars Magna Philosophirum. I'm not sure if people will play this one, because it is like a card that it's just, it seems a little win more, considering I think this deck's end board is going to be like unbelievable without running literally, you shouldn't need to run like any bad cards, to be honest, to make the end board better outside of like combo pieces. Stuff like this, stuff like the Power Patron trap that people are currently, like that I'm currently running. You don't need to play those cards in a world where you have, you know, the 3 quick effects of these guys and the way to cheat out of Diactorus and Non-Finito and Varudros and everything else. You don't need them. These cards will become really unnecessary, but this card is good. Target up to 3 Ars Magna monsters in your field and or grave, banish them, then you can negate the effects of up to the same number of face-up cards in the field until the end of this turn. And then in the grave, you can banish this card, return 1 Power Patron link from your grave into the extract, then you can summon it. This effect, I'm pretty sure... Yeah, you cannot use this effect the same turn you use the first effect, which makes sense. I mean, that first effect is crazy. So this card does allow you to have a searchable Omni Negate in a Power Patron deck as a trap card, which is something I think the deck has wanted. It means that you can beat breakers without spell locking your opponent, which I think is really important because it means you are not reliant on a monster on field in order to do that. Because all of the spell locks require you to have some kind of monster on field, whether it's a spellcaster or an Amorphage monster or spell canceller, right? They all require you to have a monster on board, so if they like kaiju that monster or beat over that monster, it shuts it off, and then they can use their breakers again. This card just straight up negates the breakers, which is way, way, way better than that, to be honest, if you're not trying to set up a stupid floodgate and you want it to be better into those kaiju cards. Something else nice about this card is you don't need to control anything in particular for this. You just need to have Ars Magna monsters in rotation. So I do like this card. I don't think you would main deck this card, but I absolutely think this card is side deckable 1,000,000%. It basically just invalidates breakers when they play against this deck. But yeah, that's the last card. In conclusion, holy shit, these cards are broken. Oh my god, I think we'll be playing the best deck in the room, guys. This this support is crazy. The only thing is this deck is probably going to be really tight on space. The Ars Magna card, like, you are definitely going to want to be running like probably only one of the Theorealize Medius. For as good of a card as it is, while it is like a good extender, it is also like insanely searchable. It's also a Power Patron card, so you can search this off of Dolium. You can get this off of you can get this off the Terminus. You can get this off a bunch of cards. So I don't know. You don't really need to play more than one of this card, so I probably wouldn't. But yeah, there's this card that you have to add in. There's this card that's probably a 3 of. There's this card that's probably a 3 of. There's this card which is probably a 1 of. Maybe not, but I'd assume it's a 1 of. And then this card which, I mean, as much as I want it to be a 3 of, because it's really strong, it is probably a 1 of just because it's insanely searchable, like unbelievably easy to search. So, yeah, so it's like you're probably adding like 10 cards to the list, which is a lot. Notably, you will probably be able to cut some things, but I'm not entirely sure how that'll look. But anyway, I'm excited to get you guys a deck profile and combos for this. That is probably what my priority is going to be now. I'm so excited for these new cards. I cannot wait to show off what you can do with these. Anyway, I will see you all next time. Goodbye.